Hello guys, how you doing? Welcome back to the Sim Shack. I'm Sim UK. We're going to take a look at Winemaker Simulator. This is actually the demo of the game. And it says here, step into medieval Mediterranean and live the life of a winemaker. From growing your vineyard to harvesting, from crafting wine to trading, every decision shapes your future. Will you be the one who creates the most exquisite and valuable wine? I can tell you straight off the bat that this is a very nice, very pleasant, very enjoyable little chilled out game. I've really enjoyed playing it. It currently has no 4K capability, and it took me quite a few attempts to get the full screen that you're looking at right now to work. So graphically, it does have a few issues. We're going to hit some 25 FPS, that sort of thing. But it's not so bad that you can't play it, and I think the charm, like this little rabbit over here, the charm and the eloquence of the game and just the general pacing of it should be enough to make you sort of either like it or dislike it. So if you're looking for a bit of a chilled out, relaxed sort of game, this could definitely be one for you to take a look at. Now, the reason I know this is because I've already played through this demo once today and I forgot to hit the record button. I am recovering from pneumonia, so my brain is not exactly wired up back to front, forward and backwards. So yeah, we may have a few issues in the way, but let's jump in. And I love the way the rabbit wakes up when you go onto the play thing. Let's go new game. We'll overwrite our old game. So I called our vineyard SimVin. Oh, look at that. SimVin, that's what we're looking for. Create. So this is sort of 18th century, maybe earlier. Couldn't really tell you. Maybe 17th. Those sun rays coming through and that highly vibrant garden. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? Now, first thing I moaned about is the speed at which everything is moving. Obviously the sun is moving in the sky and they're trying to do a night and day cycle sort of thing. That's too fast, developers. It's horrible to look at. Just to make that absolutely clear. But we'll ignore that for the time being, and we'll have a little drop of wine. So this is a Merlot. It's worth 32 coins, 1 year old, and its quality is 67. So let's grab that and have a slosh. Wonderful. Right, so throwing objects. I don't know where that is. I've not seen that actually. But you can throw objects by pressing and holding an empty bottle or a stone or whatever. So let's have a go at that. Ah, too powerful. Missed the target completely. Right, let's go talk to the merchant. This chap here. Hello, are my wines ready? Yes, they're ready. I've bottled everything. They're on the shelves in the cellar right now. 15 bottles of wine and a wine keg, right? Yes, just as we discussed. Well, what are you waiting for? I'm still here. I'm packing them into the crate and bringing them right away. So, you can see that little stutter there drop down to 25 frames per second. Oh, happens a couple of times. Once the game is sort of fully loaded, and I mean, look at this. This is all our land. And yeah, it's going to be fun. We're going to enjoy it, I think. Really nice. Once it's sort of come out of development stage and it's a little bit smoother in terms of graphics, I think it's going to be wonderful. So, yes, we've got a wine rack here. And what's nice is you can pick up an entire box and then go and select them. So we've got to get another 10 bottles for this chap. So I'm thinking that's a 73 pedigree. That's a 1% pedigree. So that's a crap bottle of wine. We'll stick that in there. We don't want that. There's another crap bottle of wine. 73, 76, 74, 73, 76, 72. We can have one of them. 76, 73, 72. 76, 73, 72. It's almost like there's a pattern. All right, so we're going to have to give him a couple of 73s. I don't think he deserves any 74s. 2 more. Golly gosh, what's this one up here? 73, you can have that one as well. Right, so that's 15 bottles of wine for this chap. So there you go, sir. Hello, are my wines ready? Yes, they are ready. I've bottled everything on the shelves. Blah, 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 blah. Shouldn't have spoken to him. That was my mistake. So he wants this keg. That's the other thing he's after. No, not that one. This one. That's it. I remember now. So, what do you think? All right, the flavour is right. You haven't lost your touch. But this won't be enough. These will be gone in no time. I'm going to need 1 more crate of the same quality. 1 more? I think there's a bit more left in the cellar, but it will take me some time to get them ready. Fine. I'm hauling these to the harbour now. Have them ready by the time I'm back. Here's the gold for this batch. We'll settle the account once you deliver the rest. So, now, we are going to have to take this wine barrel, which, if I put it back down, has some details on it. So it's still aging. It's 1 year old, 72 quality, but that's fine. And I quite like the whole winey type thing. Do you know what I mean? I think it's quite interesting at the age of wine and stuff like that. So we need to attach a tap. That's that done, and now we need to go get the axe. So we have a toolbar with all of our tools and stuff available to us, and we need to chop down a couple of the old trees. These are the ones without leaves. Now trust me when I tell you, you're going to need a lot. It says, I don't know how many it wanted you to cut down, but 4 is a bare minimum, I would say. See another one there. I'm just going to grab all these now because it's going to speed up the process later. What's that? There's a little pile of rocks over there, look. This must be where the shooting range thing is or something. I don't know. Right. We'll head back up to the house and chop down any other trees that we see on the way. There's one more there. That should give us a good amount of wood for the jobs we're about to do. So if you press tab quickly, it gets rid of the thing, puts it back in your pocket or whatever it is. Click and hold on cobwebs to get rid of them. This is the crafting station here, the anvil, and if we click on that, we need to craft a bottle crate. It will tend to put the things you need to do up here in the top. Tells you how much wood and how much gold it's going to cost. So we'll grab that. And sometimes you can place items underneath. So to place, if you pick it up and press the right mouse button, it allows you to place it, and sometimes you can place it underneath. That gives you a new capability. So you could take each bottle out individually and fill them up, or because it's in the correct location, you can just start bottling by pressing F. Let's fill the bottles with wine. Now what you want to do is leave a little, if you know anything about wine, you want to leave a little bit at the top so it can breathe. It doesn't really matter how much, as long as there is some. It's quite close. And it's a mini game, so you only really have one go with each bottle. And you can see the amount in the keg is going down with each bottle that we fill as well. You've got to kind of factor that in if you want to get a certain number of bottles out of a keg. Maybe fill them with a little bit more air at the top than usual, that sort of thing. It's a nice quirky little game, mini game. I mean, it's very simple, but take your eye off the ball for a second and you can cock it up. Oh, like that! That was a bad one right at the end. Okay, so it doesn't matter because I'm giving it to that guy. I'm not drinking it myself. And he's probably selling it on, so he doesn't care either. Right, deliver that to him. Here's the rest of your payment, as promised. Thank you, but this will be the last batch for some time. What? You're finally making a profit and now you want to quit? The vineyard is spent. The vines are too old and the equipment is falling. Or failing, maybe. Apart. Falling apart. Ah, falling apart. I see. I have to start from scratch and rebuild everything. A new beginning, huh? You know, the first harvest from a young vineyard isn't fit for wine, but there's a market for it. Bring me a barrel of sorted grapes from the first harvest. And that's our new job. Right. So we're going to go and rebuild the vineyard right now. Bing, bang, oops. Bish, bosh, boom. So this is our vineyard. It's only small, but it's effective. So what you do now, interestingly, when I watched the demo, there's an axe involved. So I tried to get our axe out. But you'll notice you can't hit it with an axe. You have to put the axe away and just clear it, and somehow magically then the axe works. Don't know, don't ask me. That's the way it's done. But I think the animations are quite nice. I think the graphics are pleasant. Quite like the music. It's in keeping with the theme and the era, and it's just good generally. And I don't think the tutorial is too linear either. Like, for example, I was going to say, for example, I could pick up the hoe and start getting rid of these bloody weeds, but I can't. It proved me wrong. It is linear. Right, so you can pick up multiple of the same thing and stack, which is well handy. So they're all good there. We'll pop that down. Pull all these old stakes out. These will need to be reset and replaced. And the one thing that annoys me about this game, if there is one thing that annoys me, is the speed at which these bloody weeds come back. They are incredibly annoying. Incredibly annoying. Right, carry the branches to the workshop, which is here, but we can't get in. Oh, hang on. Which workshop? Oh, that one. Jumping the gun here. We've got to chop these blighters up and try and start new vineyards, basically. So press E to store. And then break down the branches. So another little mini game, very easy. I'm getting yellows here, but greens are worth more. So you want to go just outside the chopping zone rather than on it. First time I did this, I tried to cut right on it, and they were all yellows. So it looks like just outside of the circle is, just outside of the line, sorry, is where you want to place the circle. So we got 18 little sprigs from that, which we can use to start our new vineyard. Right, let's clear all the dead ivy off the outside. Open the door, get in here and just clean it all up. I like how when you rip the ivy off the windows, it gets brighter in here. There you go, suddenly sunlight. Now this old box or whatever you want to call it is you know, not in its best condition. So we're going to disassemble that or disassemble that. And you just do that by clicking on the yellow bit. You can see whilst graphically the game's maybe not all that together, the actual gameplay element is quite together. So now we're doing a bit of to-ing and fro-in, but we're now going to go craft a planter box or a planting box. You can see it's added it to the list up here, so we click on that and we craft. It will always put whatever you make up in the corner here. Go back to the conservatory and put the box in. There we go. So now we got to plant the grapevine cutting. So if you come in here, you've got a little grapevine option. And you just pop those in there. You can see instantly they all need watering, so we'll do that next. Bosh. Job done. And we've got 4 left, look, so we could even build some more should we want to. So this is another quirky little mini game type thing. It's not meant to be a challenge, by the way. I just like the fact that they've done it like this. So you've got the bucket, you lower it down, pull it back up, and now you got a thing full of water. I like it. It's quirky. Now, one thing you can't do very easily is aim the bloody water. I seem to be doing quite well here. Trust me. At times, it won't be enough. Did I get 100% on there? No, it looks like I didn't. Too quick. So, yeah. Another irritation is how quickly the plants drink their water. It's a new technique. I've just figured out how to do that. That's cool. See if I can water them all with one can. It's like my own little mini game. Because I'm running out of water now. It'd be brilliant if I can. Hey, superb. Right, so a little tap on the tab button and that goes away. Now we can pick up this hoe that we couldn't pick up earlier. We're going to go bash the weeds. We're going to go weed bashing. Remember when you were at school in the 80s and you used to go nerd bashing? Yeah, it's like that, but with weeds. I was one of the nerds. Anyway, let's not go down that little history journey. So you click on it once, and then you click on it again, and it starts. Now, whether or not a big X is a good thing, or whether the yellow X is a good thing. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if a small green X is as good as a big green X, or whether a yellow X is better than a small green X. I don't really know how that works. But it appears that whatever I've built here is in the green. So that's good. Oh, nearly missed it there. And again. So these mini games are not meant to be challenging per se. You know, there's an element of concentration required, but it's proportionate. The entire experience, in my opinion, is very relaxed, very chilled, very zen, and really, really quite enjoyable. Got some lovely graphics to go with these silly little mini games. So I think these green X's sort of boost the amount of yield you could potentially get. I'll have to play with it. Maybe do one row completely of small green X's and one row of just about to turn yellow X's and see what's going on. Craft a sapling crate. So this is where we're going to bring the saplings from this building over to that building. See? A sapling crate. So it's added it to the top of the list. Just make sure you're building the right thing. That's my advice. Go to the conservatory. Ah, right, yes. So the saplings are growing, so we're going to dig them out now. Or have grown, I should say. Been quite a fast process. Let's plonk it there. Right, so up here we have a hand trowel. And we just stick these out. Pop them in the box. Very simple stuff. Nothing remotely complicated. No time-based or accuracy-based mini-games. Nothing like that. Just carefully pick them up and carefully plonk them in. Jobs are good. Now with the FPS issues as they are, the turning is sometimes a bit of an FPS dropper and it will stutter occasionally. But it's not too bad. It's playable. And it's just a demo, of course. Posh posh, bish bash posh. What a lively bunch of grapes. Sounded slightly less gay in my head, but you know, it is what it is. Can't take it back. Bosh. Right, we'll put our trowel away, we'll pick up the thing, and we'll go and think about planting these bad boys. So it's a two-step process. You see what I mean about these bloody things? What's the? Surprised that's the only one. It happens too quickly, I think, far too quickly. Right, what do we need? We need this thing. Put it in and smooth it over. So that's done. Put it in, smooth it over. Put it in, smooth over. Put it. See what I mean? I literally just got rid of it and it's back again. It does irritate me. It totally breaks the whole zen feel of the game, in my humble opinion. Now, we're going to have far more saplings than we have space to put stuff down, which is a bit of a shame. It's not linear in the sense that you can, you know, maybe put these closer together or something like that. You can only build where it will let you build, which I guess that's something that could be improved on. It'd be so much more fun if we could sort of pick ourselves where everything is going to go, you know. That's not the way it is. Alrighty, that's one. I'll plonk that down there for next time. There's another bloody weed appeared. I don't know how long a vine plant would last, IRL, but I imagine it's a good 10 years, something like that. So I have no idea what we're going to do with all these other saplings and stuff that we have. Right, I think that's it. Now we have to water the saplings. Which means going to the well. Now, I'm going to try and you see how the water's not actually on the plant, but the plant is getting watered. Slight graphical anomaly there. This is what I meant when I said it's difficult to aim at it. Come on. Is one pot going to be enough? I'm hoping so. Right, so now once we need to put the poles up, but obviously we want to get rid of these nasty little blighters first. Right, so now we can pick up almost all of these, but one. So we need to make some more. We need to craft some stakes. This is why I said, you know, it's important to chop down as much wood as you can get your hands on. Keep chopping down the old wood. Come on, go away. Stakes times 10. You can see the plants have already grown quite a bit. Certainly not hanging about, are they? Right, so now we've got to pick up the spool. Start wiring. Now, some of the plants will be ready for spooling and some won't. It took me a while to figure this out. I was trying to put the spool on too early before on some of the plants that hadn't grown enough to warrant a spool, and it just won't work. Bear that in mind. The next stage, of course, is full growth. So let's grab the water bucket. There it is, number one. Get some water. And then try and water these bad boys with just one thingy. Let's see, that one took longer to do. But I love the little pop-up information thing for each plant. I think that's really nice. I like the way they've done it. It looks great. It's relevant information. Makes me feel like I know what I'm doing. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a very good gardener at the best of times, or even at the worst of times. So yeah, to be able to actually grow something and for it to be successful, it's a bit of a buzz. I hate those weeds. I genuinely hate them. Like real gardeners hate weeds. I hate weeds. Right, so we need a few grape crates before the harvest. Now it says 5. Ain't gonna be enough. Not with our yield, because we've done such a good job, you see. So make sure you get the right crate. This is for the grapes. So we got enough to make 9. We're going to need more wood than that then. Let's find another. There we go. There's a couple of old trees. So we'll do a few more. Get rid of that cobweb. Do a few more. We've got 9. Let's go for 12 total. So what you'll find is that you can stack these bad boys, which I really like. Again, a lovely bit of gameplay feature. Not sure how many you can stack and buy. Let me find out. I've only done 5 before. Seems like that is the maximum. They're very easy to stack. None of this faffing about rubbish. Wonderful. Right, we'll take these over. And I really, really like the way that the grapes go into the box. You'll see what I mean when I do it. I'm very much a stickler for realism. I like realistic simulation more than anything else at all. I would love for this to have a deeper economy system. I'd love for the farming systems to be more realistic, etc., etc., etc. But the way the grapes go into the boxes, I don't know. There's something about it. It gives me pleasure. It gives me joy. Makes me happy on the inside. You know. Don't know why. Don't ask me. Couldn't tell you. But it does. It does. Right, hang on. Where am I putting these? Over here. Excellente. So we need to come to the wineries and yet another building of ours. And it's disgusting, so we've got to clean it up. Luckily, I think we get to use some of that wood, which helps. This old thing's got to go, so we'll disassemble that piece by piece. And I think that's pretty much clean. There we go. Now we've got to go craft ourselves a barrel. So what we're going to do is we're going to pick the grapes. We're going to sort the grapes into the barrel. So that's why we need a barrel. So we're going to make it out of pine, blah, 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 blah. That's why we need so much wood. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? And if a woodchuck could chuck wood, how much wood would a woodchuck chuck? Now, the circle around the barrel is relevant. So don't, I mean, you can put it there and make it look neat and tidy, but if you've got a lot of grapes, I would say do it like that so that you can stack them around it. It's important. You'll see why in a mo. So, here we are, my favourite bit. Hey, look at the way those grapes jump. Literally jump off the vine and into your pockets or into your crates. I don't know why I like it so much. Look at that. It's just wonderful. I really like it. Right, so that's full. Grab the next one. Bosh. 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 And if you look above them, you can see the ones that need harvesting. So it's quite easy to figure out which ones you need to do and which ones you don't. You just walk along, hold the button. I think you can stack them still, actually, whilst there's stuff in them. I'm pretty sure. We'll give it a quick test in a second. Right, so I think that's that. There's one bit there. Go. That's now fully done. Yeah, there you go. Isn't that lovely? There's something about that whole experience I really enjoy. Right. Absolutely delightful. So it turns out you need about 4 boxes per row, which is 12 in total, so I guessed about the right amount. Just didn't stack them very well. Is that one full? I don't think that one's full. Give me some more. There we go. Is that better? That's more like it. Oh, hello. Oh. That's not quite what we were trying to do, but anyway, it's nice to know that you can pick them up that way as well. All right. Let's get the last of these, shall we? So rewarding to see the grapes jump off the vine into your box like that. After all that time and effort you've done to, you know, bring them from babies right through to adolescent age, keep them watered, keep them fed, keep the nasties away. Right, I think we got it. So let's go take this over to that barrel that I was just telling you about. You can see where I'm going. This is why it's important to put it within the sorting range, let's call it. Oh my god, I've just realized that all of those are going to become, there's going to be a lot of wine produced here. Get out of my orchard, god damn it. Look at them everywhere. Can't get rid of them. Horrible little blighters. Sometimes, by the way, if you're struggling to see where you're going, which is pretty much all the time, if you pick them up and then instantly go to put them down, it's so much easier to walk around. Just a little tip. Just a little tip. Now, this, I don't know if I like this bit or not, but we now have to start sorting the grapes. And the ones that are nasty glow up. Now, if you're lucky, there won't be too many. And then once they're all picked, the middle, the stalk glows. If you're really lucky, the stalk will glow straight from the beginning, which means there's no rotten grapes at all. And they're the ones that make me smile. Now you can accidentally put some rotten grapes in there. You can accidentally throw away some good grapes, but obviously you don't want to as much as possible. Come on, give me one. There's one. There's one good batch. Didn't have to pull any off there. I accidentally threw a good one away there. There we go. Can already see this one's full of manky old grapes. One's perfect. That one not so much. There we go. Pretty good. Oh, 2 perfect in a row. 3 perfect in a row. 4 perfect in a row. 5 perfect in a row. 6 perfect. 7 perfect. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 perfect in a row. That is completely unprecedented. That's never happened before. Very excited about that. Right, so the merchant has returned. He's going to want his grapes. Now, you may have noticed we haven't actually done any wine making yet. Bosh! Welcome, you're a bit early. The sorting is almost done. I'll seal the barrel and bring it over. Seal it tightly. I don't want it exposed to air and spoiled or spilling during transport. Alright, I'll take care of it. Oh, a big stutter there. A big monkey stutter there. So, we need a barrel lid. Craft that up. Bosh. Pop it on the barrel. Take in the barrel. Roll out the barrel. And we did it all before nightfall. Look at that. Bosh. Here are the grapes. You can open the barrel and check if you want, but I sealed it tightly. No need, that's fine. At this hour, only mistakes are productive. Right. So, a quiet companion. Find the cat and give it some attention. This is the end of the game. This is your bed, by the way. You sleep here. But as soon as you pet the cat, that is the end of the demo. But hopefully I gave you a pretty good look to see what that was all about. And hopefully you'll enjoy playing it. And let me know your thoughts on it. I think it's really zen, really pretty, really quite fun. It's very much a chill out game. And sometimes that's quite important, especially for your mental health. If you're having a bit of a tough time, a nice little chill out relaxer like that can really turn things around for you and make things just feel that little bit less stressful. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I will see you in the next one. Until then, take good care of yourselves. Goodbye for now.